Hey everybody, Eric with Phone Scoop here. Today we're taking a quick look at the Sanyo Zayo, the Sprint version thereof. We've already reviewed in full the Cricket wireless version of the Zayo. This is the Sprint one. The main differences, of course, are slightly different color palettes on the hardware, and the major improvement is that the Zayo for Sprint will run Android 2.1 when it goes on sale. The Zayo for Cricket Wireless runs 1.6, so that's a pretty significant software difference. And also, the Zayo for Sprint has the new Sprint ID theme settings. So what we're going to do is just tour the hardware briefly and dive into how Sprint ID works, and then we'll wrap it up. So as with the original Zayo, it's got a fairly generous screen. We've got some capacitive touch buttons here below the screen. I would have preferred these to be hardware buttons, but the home, menu, back, and search are all capacitive. Thankfully, however, the send and end keys are physical buttons, and that makes the device a little bit easier to interact with. And we have a trackball for navigating on-screen menu items. On the left side of the device, you can see we've got a bunch of different ports. This is a port covering the 3.5mm headset jack. Personally, I find ports over headset jacks to be a little bit of a pain. Can't really say why that's there, but it is nonetheless. And of course, we have a volume toggle here. Has good travel and feedback. And down here along the bottom, we have a micro USB port for charging and data transfer. Nothing along the bottom except for a microphone. And on the right side, we have a dedicated camera key. This is a two-stage camera key, so you press halfway to focus and fully to snap the shot. And then we have a hatch covering the micro SD card port. So it comes pre-installed with a card. We'll see what size card that is, and it looks like it's a 2 GB. That's, no offense to Sprint and Sanyo, a little pathetic, but it is what it is. And on the top we have nothing, and on the back we have the speaker and of course a camera for taking pictures. So that is the hardware. Let's take a quick look at how Sprint ID works on this Android 2.1 device. Out of the box, the Sanyo Zayo ships with a stock looking version of Android. You can see it appears to be a normal version of Android. You've seen this desktop graphic on other Android devices, and it has most of the same tools. We can add widgets to all the different pages, and of course the main menu is here and lets us zoom through and access all of our applications. But of course the big change is ID. So we'll choose ID, and you can see it says My ID. So the ID that comes with out of the box is this customized one, yours, the one that you want, and set up the way that you think is best for you. But once you've done that, you can download and get more IDs. So we'll just take a look at that storefront real quick. Here's the Sprint ID store. So they're called ID packs, and you can scroll through and see how all these packs work. And you can see they have different themes. You can also kind of zoom through some of these featured ones, but it's pretty redundant because they're all the same as ones that are based here. If you choose one, it'll give you a little bit of a description, and you can scroll up and see like a screen grab what it'll look like if you actually choose to download that theme. So we'll jump back out here, and let's install a different theme. So let's install the Sprint theme, and this one will show us a bunch of different Sprint-centric applications. You can see it changes the background coloration, adds a clock widget, and if we scroll over here, you can see it's got a messaging widget there that it's put down. And if we scroll over to this page, which is, boy, it's giving me some trouble here. There, you can see contacts page. So we will go to another ID. We'll go to the Big Apple. These are ones that I've downloaded previously. One interesting thing, the IDs apparently need to be downloaded via 3G and not Wi-Fi. I tried to download them over Wi-Fi and it wouldn't work. I had to turn Wi-Fi off. So you can see again, it changed the wallpaper, gave us a different looking clock. and has populated the home screens with some different themes and different widgets. It's got the Where widget there so that we can quickly search for pizza, because of course, if we're in New York, we can't not have pizza, right? So we'll hit ID again. We'll just show you one more. And this will be the Auto Enthusiast one. Now these IDs do take a while to download. I would say at least 5 minutes each, according to the 3 or 4 that I've downloaded here. And okay, so we've added this Auto Enthusiast one, and you can see once again it changes. We've got Sprint's NASCAR application. We've got a different clock here that looks like a watch. And if we scroll to the other pages, we can see once again it's put different applications here. We've got different widgets along the top, and the applications and the widgets reflect the theme itself. So you can see this is all car content. We've got links to Car and Driver, Road and Track, F1, Pocket, just to kind of show off the different types of content you can get through these different IDs. The rest of the device acts as normal. Standard Android 2.1 tools. You can see the ridiculous number of applications in here. Every time you download one of the IDs, it downloads perhaps 4, 5, or 6 applications, and then of course a number of shortcuts and things like that. So there is the Sanyo Zio, one of the first Android 2.1 phones on the Sprint network to ship with Sprint ID.